Hello, everybody, and hello, everybody. Welcome to our Monday live show. Um, I hear it's one of the most watched lives on immigration um, on the internet. So I'm excited to be here. Welcome, everybody. Let me know where you're tuning in. Welcome to our TikTok family here. Got a lot of people that come and watch the show every single week, and I'm excited to be here. And also, guys, if you're watching this on if you're watching this on TikTok, we have let me see here. You can click the link below, and you can leave your info right here at the bottom. And we'll see how that goes. It is a new feature, and you guys can join our community, and you can use that form to request information about your case as well. All right, welcome, guys. Let me know where you're tuning in. Okay, here we go. So today we are talking about Trump's 100 days in office and two new executive orders that were introduced today. These new executive orders, everybody is kind of talking about it because it's today, and more is coming. One is we're expecting a list. Thanks, guys. We're expecting a list of cities and states that are considered to be sanctuary cities by the government, and they're going to have restrictions from the government as to what benefits they're going to be getting. And the second thing is it's going to be an executive order that will essentially, allow police and other agencies to collaborate with the federal government and arrest and report people that are undocumented. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about other things that happened this week. As always, post your comments, post your questions. We'll get some people live here in a minute. I'll send you the link. And if you want to join me live on TikTok, you can line up, and I'll add you to the live, guys. Let's see here. All right. All right. Okay. So we've got Ali. What is the main cause of administrative processing? That's a question on TikTok. And there's a similar question here as well on YouTube. So the main reason why people get into admin processing is because there could be something on your case, like a flag on your case or something. Maybe also your immigration history. Thanks, Halstead. Appreciate it. That could have flagged that request, and they need to investigate your case more. And as a result, they're sending your case for admin processing. So that's a reason why. Let's see here. And again, if you want to ask me questions on video, you can line up and at the bottom of the screen here on TikTok, and you can ask me those questions, and I'll be able to answer them right away. Let me see here. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so just sign up and I'll get you in. Let's see here. Question from Neb. I've been waiting for an interview for over a year. Do you know about Ethiopia backlog? So a lot of people are waiting for interviews at different embassies and consulates. Remember, the reason why you're waiting so long and the reason why there's a backlog is because the embassies are not opening interviews as fast as they should be, right? So that's why, places like Ethiopia, countries in Africa, they are slower than European countries. But if you're from that region, that's the reason why your case is being delayed. Because I see a lot of questions here. People are waiting for the interviews. Um, do you have an office in the Philippines? What is your contact number, please? And as I mentioned to you right now, the number is on the screen here. And no matter where you are in the world, you can use that number here. And if you're watching this on TikTok and you need to get a hold of me, there is a number in my bio. You can text me right now from the live. Anybody who's watching this, take advantage of the live to send me a text, and you guys always get priority, as I mentioned. And also, we have this thing here. Let me see here. Um, uh, there is a possibility to give you a form here. I'm trying to figure out a way how to do it. It's a special form on TikTok that you can leave your name here. But let's see here. It's not working, the form. But let me see. But we do have. Let me see here. Let me here. We'll figure it out. But in the meantime, if you want to get a hold of me, the number is in my bio. Send me a text, because that's why we are here on the live, to give you access to more opportunities. All right. Question from Jegs. Once a naturalized citizen and ICE ask you, can you identify as a US citizen and not get into trouble? Correct. Once you are a US citizen, you don't need to carry your documents. If you're already naturalized citizen, you can just say that you're a citizen and you are good to go. Let me see here. Okay, great. Ricky from TikTok here. My parents are citizens. I'm a dreamer, but I'm married. What can I do? My parents are citizens. You're a dreamer. Are you married to a citizen? If you're married to a citizen, then your spouse can help you. If your parents are citizens, your parents can also help you, and there's a waiver for them to help you if you came here unlawfully. Yes. All right. Let's get Zarian, who is the first person to ask questions on video. And then if you guys want to join me on video here, the link is right there. And go ahead, Zarian, on TikTok. I'm doing pretty good, pretty good. Where are you from, and what is your question?
So I'm from New Jersey,
Okay.
and I'm moving to Minnesota. The
Okay.
case here are so long, and if I change my kids, I apply for my kids, two boys. It's been now 2 years and 2 months and 7 days.
Okay.
So if I change it to the website of the U.S. Immigration Services that I moved to Minnesota, is that gonna be like they're gonna change it the waiting time, or it's not gonna affect it?
Well, it depends. Are you thinking about changing it? Why are you going to change it? Is it because of you're moving or what?
Yeah, so I'm moving to Minnesota.
Okay.
So over there is, I believe that it's more quicker than here, because New Jersey and New York, we have a lot of people are waiting, million and million people.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, once you move, you're going to have to make that change. So
Okay.
when you move, it's required to. But I don't think it's going to slow down your case, because most.
I'm a green card holder, so I'm not a citizen.
Okay. Well, you still have to let them know. You still have
Do
to.
you know how long it's gonna take for them to approve the case?
Um. So when was your case filed?
Filed in February 2023.
Okay.
15 February 2023.
Um.
So now it's 2 years and 2 months, and I believe it's 1 week.
Yeah. I mean, I'll have to look at the visa bulletin to tell you that, but the fact that you're going to move address is not going to change it.
Okay, and I
It's-
have one
yeah.
more question.
Sure.
That's not concerning me, but it's concern my friend.
Okay.
She has somebody stole her identity and I mean social security information. She doesn't read to speak English. She speak only Arabic.
Okay.
And she took a student loan, which is like $80,000, and she opened a lot of credit cards as well.
Okay.
And he's gonna apply her citizen soon. So is that gonna affect her or not? Because I told her we have to get a lawyer and we have to report it that as a scam. I mean, it's a fraud, wire fraud.
Yeah. I mean, it shouldn't affect her case, obviously, unless she was convicted of anything. But, it's always good to resolve it because, when you apply for citizenship, if you have issues with your taxes, could be an issue.
Awesome, awesome. So
Okay.
thank you so
All
much.
right.
I really appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you. All right, guys. Let me take a few more questions here. We've got Adam, been a green card holder, 2006. I'm not reporting change of address until I file my F400. Is that a problem? I mean, I think you should report your change of address as soon as you can. It's good to do that. And if you're not doing it on time, obviously you can explain why you haven't done it. But the rules right now is that you have to report change of address. The sooner the better. And if you don't, then there could be some issues. Let's see here. Andrea is asking on TikTok. My green card interview is in May. Can I travel? Let me see here. My green card interview is in May. Answer the rest of your question. Post it again, please. I'm a U.S. citizen. Can I sponsor my 5-year-old niece to relocate here with me? Well, you cannot really sponsor your niece necessarily. You can help her in different ways to come to the United States, but you can't really sponsor her directly. All right. So if you want to go join me on live on TikTok, just request to join and I'll add you. In the meantime, we have Getting Going here on YouTube. Can you hear me?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you open your camera?
Yes, let me turn it on.
Right.
Can you see me?
Yeah.
Hey, Steven, how are you doing today?
Pretty good. Where are you from and what is your question?
So I am from Houston, Texas.
Okay.
I was originally came from India,
Okay.
and I was actually applying. I had applied for my wife through I-30, which was approved in last August 2024.
Okay.
Then the case was moved to NVC,
Uh-huh.
and I am at this point that all the documents were qualified. So basically, I'm waiting on the uh, interview from the Bombay consulate. So I don't
Okay.
know why is it taking so much time, because all the process is pretty much done.
Well, I mean, like I said, I explained this to the person before you.
Mhm.
The cases in the National Visa Center, the embassy over there is not opening interview slots right now
Mhm.
because they have backlog. And also, the Trump administration is cutting down on how many people are working in these embassies.
Mhm.
As a result, the wait time for interviews is increasing. Right? So what you need to do is you need to follow up with them on a regular basis every 30 days
Mhm.
until they schedule you. That's pretty much what's happening right now. And many people are in the same boat. I mean, I see a lot of questions here,
Mhm.
people that are stuck waiting for interviews, and that's the reason.
Okay. Yeah, and I had applied for NVC expedite as well, because as my wife, she stays
Yeah.
alone there without her parents, and she doesn't have anyone to support to. And I think I didn't even get anything reply on that as well.
Yeah. These expedites, they don't work as they used to. I mean, they're still working, but what
Mhm.
I think you've done one, that's great. I think you should keep doing it, do the follow up,
Mhm.
and eventually it's going to work because they're scheduled interviews right now because right now the State Department is going through like an overhaul,
Mhm.
and I feel like in this overhaul, more people are gonna start getting interviews.
Okay, okay. So,
Okay?
any idea like what would be the wait time?
I can't tell you for the wait time because, like I said, I don't know who's ahead of you. You know what I mean? All I can tell you is that keep doing the follow up. It's the
Uh-huh.
best way to avoid this.
And if I apply for citizenship, it's gonna like, is it gonna change anything? Because I have a green card as well.
I mean, if you apply for citizenship, it's going to help you have more leverage with them.
Okay, okay,
Is the U.S. citizen, you have more leverage to request anything. So I think you should become a citizen again. Thanks, Serge.
okay. Thank you
Okay.
so much, Stephen. That was my
Yeah, if you can apply for citizenship, I would do it for sure. Um, let's see, guys. I think my background thing is okay. Let's see here. Um, it's kind of stuck. I can't remove it, so I apologize about that. Let's take another question here from Ebro on TikTok. And hey, bro. All right. Yeah, I can hear you. Tell me, where are you from and what is your question? You're from Vancouver, Washington? Okay. 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 You said you came in 2023, but you didn't go to school? Okay. Okay. For how long? Okay. Um, okay, so you've been out of status and but now you're married to a citizen, right? Yeah, if you're married to a citizen, you should be good. As long as your case can be approved on the first go, you shouldn't have any problems. Yeah, I mean, I I I just did a video about this today. By the way, it's gonna come out on YouTube soon. But the video says what happens when you apply for a green card, but you have previous violations like you had. Yes, they're gonna question you more. You're gonna have a harder interview, right? But you'll be fine. You'll get approved at the end. As long as you show everything and you show them everything that you need, you'll get approved at the end. I don't think it's gonna be a problem. The most important thing is you have to work on the fact that your marriage is real. That's all they care about. As long as you can show them that the marriage is real, you should be fine. Okay, you'll be good. Don't worry about it. You know, many people who are watching this here on TikTok, on YouTube, on all the other channels, you're worried that your immigration, you apply for green card, you're going to get scrutinized. They will scrutinize you, but as long as you have the evidence they need, you guys are going to be fine. Um, let's see here. We have a bunch of questions here on Instagram as well. Disha, if I-45 is approved when abroad, what should be done when abroad? If you left and you have a 45 that has been approved, then you're in trouble because you shouldn't have left unless you left with a parole, which is a different story. Well, when will the Dignity Act going to be voted on? We don't have any timeline on that. Do you advise someone who, this is from Pigeon, who was paroled, do a joint filing for adjustment of status? Well, it depends on what kind of parole, right? Some paroles won't allow you to change status, so we need to look at that. Do you recommend to file the immigration status? Trump is asking. You mean like do you recommend to register? It depends. I have to look at your file to determine if you should be registering or not. We've got Amber. Amber said, I filed my own VAWA in 2023. How long do you think it will take with the 45? VAWAs are taking a while. They're taking about 5 years right now, so you still have time. But at least hopefully you have your work permit. I'm a US citizen on TikTok. Max is asking, can I apply for my sister with her F1? you can apply for your sister, correct? But for her F1, you can only be her financial sponsor. You cannot, bring her here that fast. It's going to take at least 10 years or not. Um, please talk about DV process in a second. The green card lottery results are coming up in May. So if you apply for the green card lottery, your results are coming up in May. So some lucky winners are going to be announced in the next few weeks, and I'll do a live video about that too. Jeffrey's asking, do you help clients in Phoenix? Yes. Yeah, we can help clients in any state, all 50 states. All you have to do, guys, if you're watching this on the live right now, is send me a text. The number's on the screen. And if you're watching this on TikTok, you can use the number in my bio. It's right there in my bio. Screenshot it. Send me a text right now from the live, so I'll be able to get you on the live right now. And let me see here. Let me see here. And then we also have our new community. You can join this community here on TikTok right there as well. But if you want to do a consultation with me and you're watching this live, take advantage of our live. We have special offer for our live viewers. If you're watching today, we have a special rate for this consultation. You will find out the rate once you text. The number is in our bio. It is a special number, a special discount. So use the number on the screen, take advantage of it. It's only today that I'm doing it because we have so many people that were asking for this consultation. So we're doing it today. So make sure you, like I said, the number is in my bio. Use that number and send me a text right now. All right. And if you want to join on video, this is the link. You can use the link. And let's see, we have a bunch of questions here. Thanks. And don't forget, guys, we also have our, let's see, we have a fresh goal here. Let me see here. There we go. We have a fresh goal. 27 gifters send heart on this live. The goal is at the bottom right now, guys. And let me see here. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see. We've got going to citizenship interview, currently 5 months inside. What should I study the most? Study the 100 questions. We've got the 100 civic questions. As long as you study those questions, you should be good. It's not that bad. And like I said, citizenship interviews are still quite fast right now. And many of you are going to be surprised how fast they are right now. All right, guys. Many good questions here, guys. Isn't U visa like 6-8 years to get? It's from Robert. Yeah, U visas are long. It takes forever, at least 6 years. What is the penalty of filing taxes as a single or head of household when you are married? In terms of immigration, they might consider to be misrepresentation. As long as you explain it why you did that, you should be good. But it could be a misrepresentation. Is it safe for a citizen to travel with her kids from Florida to Texas before applying to AOS, before applying for adjustment? If you don't have any criminal issues or any violations on your immigration, you should be good. Let's see here. Roberto says the audio. Can you guys hear me well? Let me know in the comments if you can hear me well. Somebody said the audio is not good. Can you hear me well? Let me know. Nabil, I petitioned my fiance in would purchasing a house and putting it in her name when I'm still outside of the United States approve my petition and qualifies for immediate entry visa? Not necessarily. I mean, if you have a fiance visa and you bought a house together and you put your name, it doesn't mean that they will approve your case faster. You don't have to do that this way. You know what I mean? Okay, thanks, guys. Oh, I see what you mean. Not me. Thanks. I appreciate it, guys. Because that's a good mic. I was hoping that you can hear me well. All right, let's take another video caller here on TikTok. We've got got Shabir here. Shabir?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Where are you from and what is your question?
I'm from Buffalo, New York.
Okay.
So my question is, we forgot to update my wife's address as a green card holder.
Okay.
So we apply for citizenship now. Our interview is next month. So we made a new account and uploaded new address as well and 400. Do we have to do anything else?
No, that's it. So you right now you did update it, no? Right?
Yeah, we made a new account. New account with USCIS and we put a new address there.
Okay. That's perfect. That's all you have to do. So this way, in the future, if they need anything, you'll have proof. Just make sure you print it out. Make sure that there's proof that you did it.
It was more than 10 days.
That's fine. It's not going to be a problem. I think they're really worried about people that never do it, right? So there are people that never update. They never update their address, and then those people have violation. As long as you did it and you explain why there was a delay, you should be fine.
Because she didn't have the account before, so we just made her a new account. So that's when we uploaded new address there.
Okay.
Previously, I filed from my account for her when I filed at 135.
Okay.
So that's all we have to do.
Yeah, that's all you have to do.
All right, thank you so much.
And you did the right thing.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. We have let me see here. Okay, here we go. Roseanne is asking about the new executive orders. So today, if you missed the beginning of the live, I talked about it's 100 days for the Trump administration, and he introduced two new executive orders today. One is going to be he's going to be announcing a list of all the sanctuary cities, and those cities are going to be banned from federal funding. The second thing is they're going to be issuing an executive order that will allow police and other agencies to enforce immigration, which means that if you are in a city and the police stops you and you're undocumented, they could potentially arrest you for immigration violations in addition to the criminal or any other violation like a traffic stop, which is concerning because now people are going to be scared to reach out to the police. Again, it hasn't been official yet. It is an executive order that he wants to do, and I'm curious what you think about it. Let me know in the comments here on TikTok as well. Let me know what you think. And it's crazy, obviously, right? How much is it to apply for citizenship? It's over $600. Was there a new law that passed today in regards to marrying a citizen? No. What are we talking about? The things with the green cards. There's also been changes to green cards. I'm making a video about it as well. Is that the green card interviews right now are getting more complicated, and especially guys here on TikTok, when you watch my videos and also on YouTube and all the other channels, they're going to be questioning more people. More people are going to be interviewed. The interviews are being longer. Like these green card interviews are now taking over an hour. So the bottom line is that, if you have a real case, you have nothing to worry about. However, you still have to go through the interview. You still have to go through the hassle of them questioning you. So it's better to be prepared so you don't have to worry about what can happen, in that case. Um, can I work? Can my sponsor me if I have DACA since I was 15? Yes. So if you had DACA since you were 15, that means that you don't have unlawful presence, which means that if you have a job and they want to sponsor you for a green card, then they can do that. Julia is asking, what is the best way to apply for self petition? Well, remember, self petition, I talked about it many times. Self petitions are special green cards under the EB2 category, and you can apply for this if you have a master degree or bachelor's and 5 years experience, and you're doing something special in your field. You can sponsor yourself for a green card. Those are the only categories that this administration is not attacking. In fact, more and more people applying for these self petitions, and I'll probably do a separate webinar just on self petitions because so many people qualify for this and they don't even know that they can apply. Thanks, Dominic. I appreciate it. So we'll do a separate webinar to tell people how they can apply for these self petitions, because why not? Right? It is an opportunity. Russell is asking, will I be stopped at the airport for a second interview because of my speeding ticket violation? It's a good question. So if you're on a visa, any violation that had you connect with the police, where the police either questioned you, they fingerprinted you, you potentially could be flagged. Let's talk about this whole flagging thing, right? So a lot of people who are green card holders or people on visas, they're going to the airport and they come back from a visit, and then they said, they asked me, where I'm coming from. I said, and then at some point the system flagged. They said they call this flagging. What is this flagging? It means that the government now has different factors where they're going to flag you if you're traveling overseas, both for green card holders or people on visas. So what are some of the flags that we've seen? Number one is if you had prior criminal violations, right? So if you had prior criminal violations, um, you could be flagged, right? So you could be flagged, and those things could be, they'll send you to secondary inspection, and at that point, the immigration are going to question you. Right? So that's one thing. Second thing, if you had any traffic violations that required you to appear in court, or the police fingerprinted you, those can flag you in the system. If you have a visa, you come back to the United States, it can send you to secondary, right? That could happen, right? Other things is if you had a prior removal, that removal was closed, but it's still in the system that you had a removal, that can cause a flag, and you will be sent to secondary inspection. Another thing is that if you had any fraudulent thing in your past with respect to immigration, that is going to flag the system. All these things they call flag the system, which means that you'll be sent to secondary inspection. So you have to be aware of that before you travel. If you don't have any of that, then you're not going to have any problems, right? You shouldn't have to worry about that. All right, let's see here. A lot of good questions here. I just had my I-140 approved on EB1 and did concurrent filing. Can I still have my interview waived? This is Emilia. Yeah, I believe so. I think you could, right now they're starting with family petitions, but they will bring back employment-based interviews as well, right? It's going to happen at some point. How long, thanks Garcia, Hilda. How long does I-601A take to approve? Right now it's taking about 3 years. So if you're applying for your waivers, these waivers are taking about 3 years to approve right now. Please tell me if I got a work permit while on F1, can I leave college? Work permit, I mean, do you have a work permit while on your student visa? That's something that, then I mean, you still are a student. The OPT doesn't make you not a student. All right, guys, let's see here. Anybody wants to join us here live? Here's the link. What is the current processing time for parents? 45. It's 9 months. I'm about to apply. This is from JD. I'm about to apply for a joint 751. My husband is active duty. We file taxes together. We have a baby. We bought a house. We recently traveled overseas and came back with no issues. Amazing. So that's a good example of a case that no issues. They're married. They're joint. No reason to flag you. Perfect. That's good to see that some people can travel and they have no problems. Because their cases are clear. All right, let's take another video question here. The question is from Sunny. Sunny?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah. Sunny, where are you from and what is your question?
Actually, I came from Australia on a tourist visa with my partner.
Okay.
And the thing is, she is pregnant for 8 months. My baby is due in next month.
Okay.
So the thing is, they're gonna cancel my visa. I heard your video today.
Oh, okay. So that's a good question. So basically, and that's good for people who are not familiar. I posted a video today where we talked about an announcement from the State Department that they said that
Yeah.
anybody who's going to have a baby in the United States, that potentially will cancel their tourist visa. So you're on a tourist visa and your wife, your partner is also on a tourist visa, correct? Thanks, Garcia.
Yeah.
So like I said, this announcement just came today. I don't know how serious they are about canceling your tourist visa. I think
Yeah.
when is the baby gonna be born?
Like in 15 days. We stuck by accident. Like it's not planned. We gonna stay
Yeah.
here. We came from Australia and just stuck.
Oh, I see. I think I don't believe that they'll cancel your tourist visa yet. I think it's something that they said they will do, but we don't know how when they're gonna do it, if they'll do it. So all you can do is just give birth, have birth, partner give birth, and then the most important thing is if you're gonna give birth in the United States, make sure you pay for the birth and you keep
Yeah.
keep records of the payment for the hospital, and that's going to help you in the future to minimize the chances of them canceling your visa. Because if they try to cancel your visa, we can always argue and say, hey, he paid for the birth, and they shouldn't be canceling your visa. Okay, so hopefully they won't do it.
Thank you.
Congrats on the baby. I posted today a video on TikTok, and if you want to watch that video, and I posted it on our shorts as well. The State Department announced that they will be. Thanks, Mars, appreciate it. They will be canceling tourist visas for immigrants who are coming to the United States as visitors. They're giving birth in the United States, and when they leave or while they're here, they're going to cancel their tourist visas. Well, this is something that they announced, and I believe that they're serious about it, and they will be enforcing it very soon. But if you're having a baby this week, in 2 weeks, in 3 weeks, I don't know how serious they are about enforcing it. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Garcia. Appreciate you. If you're watching this on TikTok, make sure you share the live and follow me as well. And if you're watching me on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, make sure you subscribe and follow me as well. Melina is asking about the consultation. Yes, so the consultation number is on the screen. Anybody who's watching this live today, you can book a consultation and you're getting 10% off our regular consultation fee just today because it's Monday and we decided to make this idea. So if you're booking the call today, if you're calling this number, make sure you mention the offer. And if you're watching this on TikTok, my number is in the bio. Send me a text and you will get 10% off our consultation just today. But you have to mention the live and say, I saw you on the live and you mentioned that the consultation rate is 10% off just today. And the reason why we're doing this is because a lot of people, they said they can't afford the consultation fee. But at the same time, we have to charge for the consultation because you're getting legal advice and you need to be retaining the attorney for their time. And so we will giving you 10% off for consultations today only. So use the link in my bio, send me a text, say, I saw you on the live, and you offering those 10% off consultations, and you will be able to book them right there on the live. So the same thing, everybody who's watching here, the number is right here. Screenshot it, say, I saw Jacob on the live and he offered the 10% consultation today, Monday, April 28th. Today only. This is not going to be available tomorrow because it's not fair for people that didn't go on the live, but the ones that are on the live will be able to do it. All right, let's see. We have, how about registration for more than 30 days? I'm applying, does it apply to tourist visa? No, it doesn't apply. Pop Smoke, thanks, my friend. I appreciate it. How about the registration for more than 30 days? If you're a tourist, you don't need to, because if you're a tourist, you get an annually form, so you don't need to register anymore. But if you're Canadian, then you have to register. Thank you so much. Um, is it safe to travel to Guatemala? Um, yeah, I mean, why wouldn't be? We have a question here. Oh, here we go. I'm a Swedish citizen and married a U.S. citizen. Can I travel with a conditional green card? Thanks, my friend. Thanks for the gifting. Yes, you can. If you, as long as you don't have any criminal violations, you should be good. Can you make a waiver? My violation, 212A6 CI, which is misrepresentation. The interview last April. I'm married to a citizen. My husband is petitioner. Do you make a waiver? Yes, of course, I can do a waiver for you. Flora Desila. We do a lot of waivers for our clients, and we have, I would say, 98% approval rate for our waivers. We have really good approval rate. I don't know why, because we have a good team that does these waivers in a very methodical way. 98% approval rate on waivers is pretty damn good for any law firm. So yes, Grazila, just send me a text, the numbers on the screen, and mention that you saw me on the live, and I will help you with your waiver. We see these waivers, they will be the ones helping you to bring back your spouses, right? If your spouse was in the United States, they overstayed, they've been here unlawful, undocumented, the 601A waiver is the only way to get back here. So these waivers we cannot afford to lose. We always get them approved, because it's our client's only hope. What else can we do, right? We got to get him approved. Let's see, a bunch of people on Instagram here. What should Ukrainians on humanitarian parole do right now? Any strategies? This is from Fish. So if you're Ukrainian, right, your parole is done. What should you do? Well, first of all, you can switch status to a different visa. You can, while parole is still active, you can apply for an O1. You can apply for a green card based on national interest waiver. If you have an employer, many of you Ukrainians are watching this. You're working right now for somebody. Why don't you ask that person to apply for your green card? That can save you. So switch to a different status, apply for the green card through employment. That's what I would do if I were Ukrainian. That's no worries. Florida said that the reason why they charge her with misrepresentation is because she doesn't speak English good enough. So the consular officer claimed that she committed fraud, misrepresented herself, and as a result, she needed that she's going to need that waiver. It does happen often. Thank you, JD. I appreciate it. He had a petition for my siblings in 2012. I'm still waiting for MVC to get a letter. You're waiting because it takes 15 years to petition for your family. So it seems like your priority date is not current. Remember, guys, if your dates are not current, you're not going to get an interview at an embassy. Those dates must be current. Okay. All right. We've got your Saj.
Hi, Jacob.
Where are you from and what is your question?
Yeah, I'm from India and currently I'm in United States. So
Okay.
I'm on student visa actually, but we have a
You're on a student visa?
yes,
Okay.
but we have a family immigration file which is of F3 category,
Okay.
and currently priority date is current.
Okay.
So we are just thinking to file a 485 adjustment of status or to wait for the interview date.
So if you guys are current and you're legal in the United States, then you should be able to file adjustment of status. Absolutely.
Okay.
Why wouldn't you?
Okay. No,
Are you,
I was
are you,
just
are you current on the dates of filing?
yeah, like my date is current now in April month.
Okay, so you can file adjustment. Why wouldn't you
Got it.
file?
Okay.
Okay.
Because our category was F3 category, so I just was curious to know about it.
Yeah, if you're
Because
current, I would file because then you're gonna get a work permit. You're gonna get all these benefits will allow you.
okay. Actually, my parents are on visitor visa in United States, so through them, I will get the. I need to file a 485. So, should I wait for 90 days for them because they just arrived
Right.
before like
Correct. Absolutely. They should definitely wait the 90 days. Otherwise, they'll get into trouble. You don't want to change your status for green card before the 90 days.
right? And just a last question. So, as per the CSPA age calculator, so my age does our age get frozen after our priority date gets current?
Correct. It should be well. It should frozen at the time if you meet the calculation. If you meet the calculation, because it should get frozen after your I-130 has been approved. It's nothing to do with necessarily the priority date.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
It's the date of the approval of the I-130.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Good luck. All right, guys. Okay, we got some more questions here on TikTok. I have an interview for my country. Is it safe to go? My waiver is accepted. If you have a 601A, we have a lot of questions about 601A. If your 601A is approved, it is safe to go as long as you don't have any other violations. Make sure you have no other violations. What is the minimum? It's a good question from Teresa. What is the minimum amount you need for investment green card? So it depends on what way you're going to get your investment green card. If you're going to go through a regional center, the minimum is 800,000 that you invest in the regional center. And we do a lot of EB5s as well. So if you need help with that, you know how to find me. Can you help with EB3 visas? If yes, what is the price range for this type of case? Thank you. Absolutely. EB3 visas are for workers that are on the third level category. Usually it's people that have a bachelor degree, under 5 years experience, or they are workers that are skilled. Typically, if you send me a message, I will tell you all the information you need, filing fees, legal fees, the numbers on the screen. Just send me a message right now. All right, we've got more people here on TikTok that are looking to go in video with us, and we'll take right now. Julie's been waiting patiently here. The number is on the screen if you're watching this right now on YouTube. Julie, where are you from? And yeah,
taking me on video.
okay.
I just have a question.
Is your video working, by the way?
Sorry?
Is your video working, by the way?
Yes, it's working.
I don't see you.
Okay, give me, let me turn it on back. Give me 1 second, I'll turn it on right now.
Sure.
Sorry.
No worries.
Oh, okay.
You can ask your question in the meantime. Oh, here we go.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, my question is, so on the form G, it's form G65, and it says that I was paroled to enter the United States,
Okay.
but
Mm.
where is it? Okay, can you see me now? Sorry.
No, I can't see you yet, but that's fine. No worries. You can ask the
Okay.
question. I can see you yet.
Yeah. So it says that you are
You what?
with the 601?
Okay.
Do I still have to do a 601?
Well, it depends. What was the reason that you were paroled? Did you come as a diplomat or something?
No, came to the border.
To the border.
Yes.
Well, you need to do that because if it's not considered to be a legal entry, you'll need the waiver. It depends on how they consider it, right? So if you don't have legal entry, you need a waiver. That's the whole point of the waiver, to waive the requirement for legal entry.
Even though it says on the G65 that I'm allowed to enter and I'm doing the asylum.
Okay, so if you're doing the asylum, it's different. So you probably don't need, because you're probably going to do it from inside the US, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you don't need it. You don't need a waiver. Who told you need a waiver?
It's another lawyer that I consulted with last week.
Okay. Well, again, I have to look at. Oh, I can see you now. I guess I need to see more the details of your case to understand exactly how you entered. I need to see um, the documents you're talking about right now to look at the different annotations, and then I can tell you for sure if you need it or not. But typically, people who apply for asylum, they don't need the waiver because they do the asylum inside the U.S. The whole point of doing the asylum is that you don't need a waiver, right? The asylum is supposed to be your benefit.
Yeah.
You understand? That's the thing. But I'm happy to look at it if you want me.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I sent you a text message this morning.
Okay. I'll take a look
Yeah.
at it. I'll take a look at it.
Okay.
Thanks, Julie. Of
Do
course.
you take cases from Los Angeles though?
Absolutely. From
Or
all states, all everywhere.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Thank you
Thanks
so
a
much.
lot. Perfect. Sometimes people ask me on the live, about certain documents. Until I see the document, I can't really give you any assessments. All right. We have here Miss Zukru on
Oh,
YouTube
yes.
here. Hi, how are you?
Hello, Mr. Jacob. How are you doing?
What is your name? How do you say your
My
name?
name is Zukro. I'm from Uzbekistan. We talked,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think, last week.
We did?
Yes, we did. I made appointment. It's every like this
Oh,
is
yeah,
your
yeah, yeah, yeah,
assistant,
yeah, yeah.
yes?
I remember you. Absolutely. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Of course. We did
Yes,
talk.
yes. I'm your big fan. I watched you
Oh, thank you
since
so much.
like
I remember you.
6
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
years ago. Yes,
Yes.
I'm your. At the beginning, when you start to making videos, I'm start watching you, your
Oh my
videos.
God. Yes, yes,
Many.
yes. You told me that. I remember that on the phone. I appreciate that.
Yes.
Where do you,
So
where do you live in the US?
now I live in Uzbekistan right now.
But now you're back.
But
You're in Uzbekistan now.
yes, now I'm in
Yeah, yeah.
Uzbekistan, and my husband, he's a green card holder,
Okay.
and he is right now he is going to apply, but we wanted to work with you, but now
Okay.
we are discussing like
Okay.
but like you said, you suggested he better for him to get US citizenship, yes, in between,
I think
like
so. Yeah. I think once we do that, you should also become a citizen because right now, citizens are their applications are a little bit faster. Yeah.
fast. I told, but he is not really. He's saying, I don't want to. Then I will need to pay taxes when I go to Poland. Is it works like this? Like if he
Well,
gets
I mean,
US citizenship?
yeah, once you have a citizen, you have to declare worldwide income for sure, but it depends on his income. Some people, even if they become U.S. citizens, they have ways to reduce their taxes. I mean, you should talk to an accountant. You know what I mean? Before he makes the decision, you should talk to a
Mhm.
financial
Yes.
advisor to understand his obligations.
Uh-huh. Okay, but
But if he wants to help,
I
but if he wants to help you, becoming a citizen is going to be a better way, in my opinion.
better way. Yes, I will
Right?
tell him again, but he's kind of keep ignoring because now it's too many like with Trump administration chaos, everything, and he's like
Yeah.
so much depressed with that.
Yeah. I mean, like I said,
And
citizenship will definitely help him be more secure. But again, if taxes is what he's worried about, he should talk to an accountant about it.
okay, then how long does it takes for me to get a visa process from like now and to like
You
two
mean
years or 3 years, for
if he
example? If
doesn't
it
get a
says
green card holder, as a green
as a
holder,
green
it's
card
about
holder.
2 years,
Mhm.
20 months. 20 months.
2 years, yes?
About 2 years, yeah. It's
Okay,
not that.
20 months.
Yeah,
About
it's not that.
standard. Okay, what? I had a question. Yes, I told you my ex boyfriend, he applied for me the K1 visa
I remember that.
before, but I went to, yes, I went to my interview and I needed to bring them like full custody of my son. I have 14 years old son from my ex.
Yeah.
So in between we broke up with him, so I sent a message to U.S. consulate that we broke up with him. I don't bring my extra papers. That way I explain it to them, but he said I need to prove it, like how it's ended my relationship with my ex-boyfriend. Yes.
Right. Well,
So
the reason why they do that is they want to make sure that there was
I
nothing shady in the application that you had before. Makes sense?
sorry.
The reason why they ask you about it is they want to make sure that there's
One more
nothing
time.
shady. They want to make sure nothing shady happened in your previous case.
Yes. And what do you think with that I-130? I still need to send them like included documents with my ex boyfriend, how it's ended, or we don't need to send
No,
anything like this.
don't send any of that. That you're gonna bring to the interview. Only the interview, if you need to explain what happened in the first case, you're gonna bring. With the new case, don't involve any old documents from the previous case. Okay?
Uh-huh. Okay. And thank you so much for your advice,
Yes.
Mr.
And
Jacob.
hopefully we
Thank you
can
for
help.
your time. I
Thank
so
you. We can
much
help.
appreciate.
Thank you so much. All right, guys. So let's see here. We've got some more people here on TikTok asking. I submitted my 45 since February. Employment, you have idea what is happening. So you know anybody who's watching here and you guys have an employment green card case, things are not moving as fast as we think. And the reason why is just because things are delayed on the government side right now. And you know, hopefully they will move faster in the near future, but right now they're still delayed. Okay. Mm. Let me see here. I'll take one more question here, and then we'll take Celestine on YouTube. Yes. What's your name? What's your name?
It's Ophir.
Ophir. Ophir. Do you have a video, by the way?
know actually how to turn it on.
Okay,
I'm
that's
not
fine.
sure. That's the first time.
No worries. What is your question and where are you from?
So I'm from Texas,
Okay.
originally from Israel,
Okay.
and I'm about to apply for the I-7051, the removal of conditions.
Okay.
And I didn't have an interview, like for the 2 year green card. It was waived.
Okay.
And I'm wondering if we're gonna get an interview for the 10 years. Like how exactly is that work? Does that become like more difficult, like the 2 years?
So that's a good question. So basically, and I have it's funny because I have a few more questions like this here on the YouTube platform where people are they got their green card waived interviews, but now for the removal of conditions, we don't know what's going to happen. So two things are happening right now. Some people are getting interviews during the removal of conditions, but not that many. And here's why. The reason is because, as you know, the removal of conditions when are you supposed to file?
In November.
Okay. So when you file in November, you're gonna get a 4-year extension, a piece of paper that extends your conditional green card for 4 years, 48 months. Why is that? Because right now it's taking that long to remove your conditions, right? But here's what's gonna happen. A year after,
With the citizenship, exactly.
that's what I'm gonna say. The year later, you'll be eligible for citizenship. So many people like you, they will file for their citizenship even before receiving their conditional the extension, right? At that interview, they'll have a full-blown interview because you didn't have one in the beginning. You understand?
Okay.
That's what's happening right now. Most people, if you want to become a US citizen, which I assume you want, you will apply for your citizenship a year later. And at that interview, they're going to interview you about your citizenship and about your 751 at the same time. And they're going to adjudicate both cases at the same time. That's what's happening right now across the whole country.
Okay, that's exactly the answer that I was looking for.
It's-
Thank you so much, Jacob.
All right, of course. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Without, bye.
Yeah.
So, it's happening a lot everywhere, and people are realizing that oh yeah, I didn't have an interview for my first green card. I'm so lucky, but you're going to have a big one at your citizenship, and that's not an easy interview. It's a very long interview. They're going to question your entire relationship, your entire history, and it's just annoying because you have to go back 4 years, 3 years in time, where you could have been done with it at your first green card interview, and you probably wouldn't have an interview until your citizenship, and that would have been an easy interview, if you know what I'm saying. All right, let's take Celestine on YouTube here, and then she'll be our last video interview here on YouTube. And Celestine,
Yes, hello.
can you put your video
Where I am, I can't be able to turn on my video.
if you can?
I can't be able to turn on my video.
No worries. Where are you from,
Yeah.
and what is your question?
Hey, I'm from Nigeria. I processed a sponsored visa. Over 2 years, I have not got my interview yet, but I base in Dubai.
Okay, so you're in Dubai. You have
Yes,
your spousal green card, but you don't have your interview, and your
yes.
destination is Lagos, right?
You said?
Your destination is Lagos, right? Your
Yes,
final.
yes, Lagos.
Are you documentary complete?
All my document is complete. I have all my document complete.
Well, the reason
Over
the
2
reason
years.
the reason why you don't have an interview yet is because Lagos is so much behind, and that's the problem. Right now, people are waiting for almost 2 years to get interviews there. It's bad. So you need to either move your case to a different post or do an expedite in a different way. Have you done any expedites?
No, my case is here in Dubai. Where I should get my interview should be in Dubai, not in Lagos.
Oh, your case in Dubai. Oh, yeah. So
Yes.
yeah, stay in Dubai. Thanks, Shabbat.
Okay.
As always. You
So
stay in Dubai, you'll get your interview. It's taking a little bit of time because Dubai is also helping a lot of countries like Nigeria, like Pakistan. Thanks,
okay.
Shabbat. So you'll get your interview. Just have to be patient. I wouldn't move it from Dubai.
Okay. Okay. I
Okay,
should just leave it
just
here.
keep it there. Keep it there.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you, my friend. And we've got a question here from Magnum. Magnum. I have an N400 interview in 2 weeks. However, I have 2 DUIs 20 years ago. So I also registered to vote and voted 13 years ago, only once by mistake. I canceled registration last year when I found out the interviews in LA. Wow. Magnum, you have a lot of issues. Let's break it down. So Magnum has an interview for his citizenship in 2 weeks. However, he had 2 DUIs 20 years ago. That should be okay. The DUIs is going to be okay because they happened 20 years ago. But I would still go through your criminal record to make sure that these 2 DUIs together are not considered to be a felony. So that's number one. Before the interview, we need to go over that. Number two, you register to vote. That's the big one. If they find out and that's going to come up at the interview, you are barred for life from becoming a citizen. We need to discuss that. There's a way to overcome voting because in some states, voting is automatic when you apply for a driving license. If we can prove that, we might be able to save your case. You also have retraction because you canceled the registration. That's going to help us. But you have listen, Magnum. I wouldn't go to this interview until we clear your case. We do a complete record. I would probably even postpone your interview if I were you. I would be curious to help you with this case. Send me a text. I love these challenging cases. Send me a text, Magnum. The number's on the screen. Make sure you mention that you were on the live with me, the guy with the citizenship problems, and I think we can help you with that. But it's a big one. a lot of issues here, and I wouldn't go to this interview in 2 weeks. I would reschedule until we analyze all this and have a game plan, because if you don't, you will be denied and most likely even detained. All right. Anyway, this will be our yeah, we are gonna end the Empress. I know you're waiting. You know what? Let me take Empress as well, real quick. She's the last one. Empress, I didn't want you to wait. I feel bad. Quick question: where are you from? And ask a question fast because we gotta end the live on YouTube right now.
I am in New Mexico right now. I've been in the US for 7 years with my kid,
Okay.
and I got my green card through VAWA.
Okay.
The attorney then, I guess, didn't include my son in the case, so he didn't
Okay.
get his the same time. I
Okay.
filed for him last year, so I'm trying
All
to
right.
figure out how long does it take now for him to get his interview. We would have to go back to the Caribbean for the interview. And the second part of the question is, how long after you get your green card through VAWA can I apply for citizenship?
So you should be able to do it after 3 years. If it was based on marriage,
Okay.
obviously you should be able to do it. For your son, it's gonna take at least another year, I think, maybe less.
Okay.
But you can try to follow up with the embassy and see if they do an exception. And sometimes you could do it sooner.
How do you mean follow up with the embassy? Do I call or
Well,
do I
you
go in?
you email them and you present your issue with your son and you see if they're willing to expedite it. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thanks a lot, Empress.
Thank
Appreciate it. Julie, you're the last one. I was released on recognized applying for asylum after being here. Then I got married. How do I go through with this with family-based green card? What are the forms? So if your asylum is out right now, you're outside of the court system, you can apply for adjustment of status, I-130 485, and it's simple. It's a regular marriage case. And if you need help, because you were nice and you're the last one on the call, send me a text here. Once again, guys, thanks for watching on YouTube. We are still back with you guys on TikTok. We're not over yet here, but on YouTube and other channels, we are ending this live stream today. We'll be back next Monday at 5 p.m. The most comprehensive live show on the internet for immigration. We have a lot of regular viewers here, and make sure you spread the word about the show. We're getting bigger and bigger every week. See you guys next week on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram.